Hi guys, this is MARLO MARTOS of HMT Studio and you're listening to the Marvel Card Collectors Podcast. Mabuhay!
It's Friday night. We're live, kind of. And hello, everybody. My name is Ian Taylor, and welcome to the Marvel Card Collectors Podcast, brought to you by the Marvel Cards Fan Collective, an awesome community of card collectors and creators. You can find our two groups on Facebook, details at the end of this podcast. With me is my co-pilot in all things Marvel Cards, with a cozy blanket and hot soup to soothe my ailing self. It's Nurse Norrin Rad.
Hello, Ian. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling a bit ropey. I won't lie to you. Oh, something's binging.
A bit ropey.
Hang on a minute. Yeah, something's binging. Let me stop that binging. Someone's sending me
Something
messages.
exciting.
No, it's Character Club. We've started something. We've lit a
Character
fire.
Club.
We have lit a fire.
It's happened. That we've been talking all day.
Oh man, there are some mornings when I wake up and there's like 300 messages. So for those who might not know or didn't hear last week's audio car crash of an episode,
what?
No, I mean in a way that it was so unrehearsed, so unscripted, and we've never done anything like that before.
Yeah.
So I guess that kind of lends a charm to it. But yes, it was an awful lot of fun doing it. Let me go back here so you can see me again. There we go. Can you see me again? There we go. Here we go. So I'm recording in my downstairs bathroom again, like I was on the Christmas episode, because it is Friday evening, and I has wine. Cheers.
You has wine.
Misa Jar Jar Binks. I'm hoping I'm not going to. I'm hoping I'm not going to start coughing, because after the Character Club, I was ailing and I was off work for a few days, and my voice probably sounds a touch husky this evening.
Touch
husky. But yeah, it's been a fun week now since Character Club, because it was fun doing the graphics, as you saw. And everyone kind of really got into it, and just like, yeah, I can't wait to do it again. I'm looking forward to doing it again. But yeah, like we mentioned, that we set up a message group on Messenger, and boy, we've been going at it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I have such a nice space. You know what I mean? Like I'm getting the same feeling when I first joined the group on Facebook. Like the Characters Club, like I feel like everyone's like gelling and it's really fun, and I don't know, it's really nice, and so I'm really enjoying it.
I think I should probably say at this point, it isn't a closed thing. Door is open for more character collectors to join. In fact,
of course,
there were a couple of guys. There's at least one, Matthew DeMars. Bless you, Matthew. You must be looking at your phone, thinking what the actual, because he's on that group, and yet he couldn't make it on the call, because his computer was literally in pieces. He sent me a photo. He couldn't join us, and he's getting all these messages and he hasn't got a clue what we're talking about. So the patience of a saint. So next time, Matthew, you're on. And of course, there are other character collectors in the group who may or may not be up for coming on a podcast. So, but you're all more than welcome. Door is always open.
Oh yeah.
On that one,
we'll have a lot of fun. It'll be cool.
Yeah, no, it is fun. So I didn't have anything majorly prepared for this evening, but I kind of figured we'd there's a couple of bits that people have sent me. You've got something to tell me that I don't know what it is. I've got something to open live on air that you don't know what it is.
Here, stop sharing your screen. I want to see it.
Stop sharing my screen. Well, that's the thing. If I'm sharing my screen, because I don't have a camera in my laptop, so I'm just going to perch my phone. So this is from our artist intro from today.
Artist intro.
Put that there. Can you see me? So our artist intro today is a stonking young fellow from the Philippines by the name of MARLO MARTOS. MARLO, thank you for that wonderful little sound bite there from the Philippines.
It was awesome, man. Thank you.
We got chatting And I've just seen his address, and I'm obviously not going to read it out, but it's the most fantastic address. He lives. I'll read you the village he's in. He's in Sacred Heart Village. Isn't that a
What
brilliant
a cool
name for a place?
That's a great name.
Isn't that a brilliant name for your place?
Wow, that's really awesome. Sounds like it comes straight out of a novel.
Yeah,
awesome.
but here it is. It's arrived. I haven't opened it. And I do actually know what he sent me. So I'll open it and then we'll talk about it. But Marlo, I noticed, was on Marvel 80th in a big way. And I think he's pretty well established. He's got a nice style that I'm going to share screen with Norrin in a moment so he can see it. But, sorry, I'm struggling to open. My goodness, they make jiffy bags well in the Philippines. I saw his stuff and we got chatting, and he kindly agreed to do the intro, and he said that he'd done a black cat for Marvel 80th, and he sent me a picture of it, and I thought, oh, hello, that's quite nice. And then he said, oh, I did this piece, which was kind of a test for Upper Deck to kind of prove my quality, as it were. Oh my goodness!
Oh, right. Interesting.
I'm just opening it now. He sent it in a one touch.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's extraordinary. It doesn't actually quite fit in the one touch as well. It's too big for it. So he sent it in a one touch on the back.
What a gem.
Here's a little something to add to your collection. Your friend from the Philippines. Oh, that's really nice. Check that out.
Wow.
Isn't that beautiful?
That's a full-fledged piece. That is...
And it's actually too big for the one touch, so it's bigger than trading card size. It's too tall. So yeah, wow. It doesn't sit flush.
So you technically got an oversized sketch card. That's
amazing. It's actually not. It's very thin.
Oh,
isn't that stunning? So
but
basically,
wow,
it's
look
a
at
black
the color
cat.
on that.
Yeah. Well, you can see if you look at the back, you can see it's bled through quite a bit as well. Isn't that astonishing? So this will be on the tasting notes, folks. But basically, our young man from the Philippines, Marlo, has sent me a black cat that he's done, which is the same width as a sketch card, possibly maybe half an inch taller, and it's just beautiful. Look at the colors.
Okay, so when you guys see it on the testing notes, you'll notice that the colors in the moon and the sky are so vibrant and lovely. The cityscape is so detailed. Even the building all the way in the background he has painstakingly took the time to give every window a proper edge. It gives off this beautiful illusion of depth. Like, it's really lovely. Really lovely.
Isn't it stunning?
That's a keeper. That's a beautiful piece.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm
wonderful.
so impressed by that.
I'm just trying to think how to store that because it's slightly too tall. So what I might do,
I can put something in your box that's a little bit of a bigger top loader for you. Here.
Yes. Yeah.
I actually got this card today, but we don't have to put this on the tasting notes. But
what's that? Oh,
it's a game card. It's very nice. I know. Nice. I got it for $2, but
actually,
it's like super bad.
What am I talking about? No,
this thing
will be fine for this because there's always clearance at the top of a top loader. So yes, this will probably fit nicely.
Okay, good.
Wonderful.
Well, if you need one of these, you tell me. I get it for you.
Oh, and I've got my second one-touch holder.
How are you loving the one-touch, by the way?
Well, I got sent one with an NFL card in this week because I've diversified a little bit recently, and it was in there. I know. Check me out. As if I can't afford just one hobby. I've got to figure out how to open the thing. No, that's the thing. I'm not that used to handling them yet. I'm trying to open it.
There's a little space for your fingernail where the magnet is.
Oh, okay.
You see that?
This is fascinating listening, folks. I cut my fingernails last night, so I haven't got any fingernails to speak of.
You're all trimmed.
Yeah, there we go. All right, I don't want to damage it, so I'll just very lightly put that up there. So, Marlo,
what a great piece.
Marlo, you're an absolute legend. Let me just share my screen again, so that we can gaze on the wonder that is his Instagram. So Marlo is at Marlo, MARLO _ Martos, MARTOS on Instagram, and he's fairly new to Instagram, but he's got plenty of other stuff at ArtStation and various other places like that. But I'll post the link to his Instagram on there, and he has been filling it with some absolutely beautiful pictures from Marvel 80th. Let's just look at one of these. Oh my goodness me. I mean, just look at the detail and the colours in his works.
Psylocke.
That's Flare.
Beautiful.
That's Flare. Yeah.
How come I've never seen these on ePack? People must be locking these up fast.
Yeah, there's a few. I think it's because I started to go through. Oh, look at these Marvel 80th sketches. Sorry, we're just going to ooh and ah over these and actually not describe them to you at all. So basically, all I'll say is get to his Instagram, because there's a Marvel 80th Ghost Rider on there that's just astonishing.
Well, the Hellcat is what really surprised me. Like, I think what's great about Marlo and what he's doing here is he's taking a lot from other sketch card artists in terms of like giving depth and scenery and action poses to the characters rather than just having them stand dead center, which works sometimes. But Marlo is really taking it a step up with this. I really
look at the
love
Iron Fist.
And the Iron Fist is awesome. The Hellcat is what's killing me. And the Hellstorm looks really good.
It does. No, the one that's killing me on that one is actually the Captain Britain in the bottom right-hand corner. Because once you notice it, and there's a Colossus next to it is very, very much an after kind of Jusko.
Joe Jusko.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Captain Britain's really cool because you can see storm clouds forming. I love that. Oh, the Wolfman's awesome. That's really cool.
Moondragon.
Wow. Mockingbird.
Is that who's that top left? Is that Valkyrie?
That's Valkyrie, or that's Valkyrie. Wow.
These are just wonderful. And there's the black cat. There's the cat. There's the cat.
Oh, you might have to find that one.
And then there's some for Pankit. There's a Captain America action pose.
There's a Magneto for a boy.
Yeah, for Matthew. And then he's posted some of the bigger ones. That Ghost Rider's astonishing. Anyway, they're just really good. Marlo is definitely
amazing. Holy crap,
a force to be reckoned with. I sincerely hope you're on Marvel Masterpieces 2020, because you would be in
great addition if he was.
You would be a great addition to that. That X-Men one is wonderful.
Wow, Ghost Rider on Juggernaut. That's cool.
Ghost Rider actually riding Juggernaut.
Yeah. That's a cool one.
Absolutely bonkers. But look at the backgrounds.
Good. That's really
what I like about these is that he's put some quirky background stuff going on.
Yeah, and he does the whole forced perspective, where the background kind of folds up. Like if we go back to that Captain Britain, you can see the storm crowds.
I would do, but for the fact that I've just noticed the skull on the front of that bike.
Oh man, I love
that Ghost Rider's riding.
So good.
Yeah, they're good.
He kills it. Did good job.
They're good. So Marlo, first of all, thank you for that. He wouldn't let me pay any shipping.
What a gem.
On it.
That's too kind.
Which is really kind. And it arrived at work. Well, it was arriving. I was off 2 days because I was crook, as the Aussies call it.
Yeah.
So I went in yesterday, and it was waiting on my desk, which was a very nice surprise. He's got some pencils ones here as well. Right. This is where I saw some of his stuff. He did a commission for Stephen Vargas. Stephen, good evening, sir.
Lucky dog. Hey, buddy.
Who's in the groups, and he did some commission work, and he's posted that as well, which is just wonderful.
You got some good pieces. That X-23 is really nice.
Yeah, that wasn't for Stephen. That was for someone in China. Says here, but these just the black and white. So he's not posted the finished ones. So
we got to get some people from China in our group. They collect a lot. There's some really good collectors over there. I've spoken to them on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're really nice people. Have to invite them over. I did one time.
Got their hands full at
hopefully
the moment.
they're getting over there.
They've got their hands full at the moment. Yeah. So if you are,
well, we have the amazing collector who has the Stan Lee sketchograph, right?
Yes.
And all those autos. Yeah, I forget his name, but he's phenomenal.
But if you are happening to listen to us from China, I'm not even sure what podcasts are or aren't accessible over there. But if you're listening, or if you're affected by any of that virus stuff, look after yourself, keep your head down, and hopefully they'll get on top of this because it's scary stuff. We just had first two cases in the UK. They're in quarantine, but it was announced today there's 2 cases in the UK. This is like a live news report. We've drifted into current affairs.
You get a little bit of everything here from
Speaking
us.
of current affairs, this is my farewell to the EU drink because as of today, Britain officially leaves Europe, which is disgusting, quite frankly.
Yeah, it is.
Needless to say, I wasn't a voter for that to happen. So,
Yikes.
Anyway, enough about politics. Just before we started recording, we were talking about Star Trek Picard.
Oh, Star Trek Picard.
How good was episode 1?
So good.
Oh.
So good. I was worried. I was super worried. But once he rejected, well, I won't say anything. But once, one of the more pivotal moments happened, I was kind of like, oh, this actually is going to be really good.
Yeah.
Because I'm a huge fan of Next Generation. And I'm a huge fan of Deep Space Nine, DS9.
Yes. Well, Next Generation was my generation of Star Trek. I mean,
that's the one I first started too. Yeah.
Well, I actually grew up watching the original '60s series on BBC Two. This would be the late '70s, early '80s, and at that time, you literally only had 2 or 3 TV stations in the UK, and they were all kind of, broadcast over the air. Cable didn't exist, satellite didn't exist yet, and they used to show reruns of the '60s Star Trek at 6 o'clock on Tuesdays on BBC Two. Wow. And I must have been 6, 7, 8. And I absolutely loved it.
That's so cool.
It terrified and fascinated me in equal measure. So then I remember the first time I went to see a Star Trek film at the cinema was Star Trek 2. And I remember being on the coach back to where I lived, because we lived a good 12 miles away from the nearest cinema, because we were in a rural area, and we were on the coach back, and I just remember the whole journey just telling the poor little boy next to me who hadn't been to see the film everything that had happened in the film, including all the spoilers at the end. I must have been such an annoying little brat. I was like, and then this happened, and then this happened, and it was so good, and then the Enterprise fired at them and it blew up, and it was like, I could just imagine what it would have been like. Anyway, I've never told anyone that. And yeah, I've just told our listeners. But yeah, no, Picard. I was welling up by the time the end credits were done. I was
same.
As soon as they had that little refrain of music that was the theme tune to the motion picture that they reused for Next Generation. As soon as that, they just a tiny bit, and it's the same guy, the same composer who did the music for Star Trek Discovery.
Oh, really?
Yeah, same composer. And
that's good music on there too. Really?
I think so. Wow. I keep binging, so I'm just going to turn off my
your
Messenger, because I know it carries through to the recording, because I've heard it on the podcast when I've listened to it back. And you've already got enough editing to do on this one. So, yeah, Picard. I liked it an awful lot. Now you might lose my video again. I'm just about to go and read something that. Well, first of all, last week in the absolute madness of Character Club, because oh boy, was it mad.
It was so cool.
It was kind of the podcast equivalent of a mosh pit at a metal concert.
Oh yeah, nice.
It felt like that. It felt like those seven men enter, 1 man leaves. Don't make me laugh, I'll start coughing. We've already had an episode where I coughed. There was, I forgot to say, and I put it in the tasting notes for the episode that's just gone, that Mike Hampton, good evening Mike, who was our intro artist last week, does have APs available for the set that he worked on, and I completely forgot to mention it last week, so I'm just kind of saying that now. Do go hit him up for those, not literally go and hit him, but do contact him and get some of his awesome work. I'm really looking forward to what Mike does on the next sets he's on. So, and also I forgot to mention last week, and it'll be too late now by the time people hear this, but one of the guys in the group, Robert Baker, is really, really kindly doing a giveaway in the MCCW group of a Venom sketch, and all you got to do is like and share our podcast page on Facebook.
What a gem.
And then comment on the post. So So I'm going to have it. I think he's got it to close 1st of February, which is tomorrow. So let's both of us, once we've done this, just go and find that post and give it a last little push.
Definitely.
Because that'd be really good. That's a really sweet thing to do. So thank you, Robert. I really appreciate it.
So nice.
That.
Thank you.
Just kind of messaged and said he wanted to do it. I was like, thanks. That's really nice.
It's way too kind.
Yeah, it is too kind as well. Cause
yeah, it really is.
We didn't ask him to do that, so it's kind of a little bit humbling, really, that people sort of choose to do that. So thank you. And I had a message from a guy on Instagram who messaged me on the Collectors Instagram feed, and he goes by the handle of the Avid Photographer, photo with an FOTO instead of PHOTO. So it's kind of got that vibe going. Anyway, just found you all after getting back into my collection from childhood back in the 90s. Binge listened to the first 13 episodes in the last few days already and looking forward to many more.
Wow,
that's impressive. That was really sweet of him to send. So I just replied and saying thank you. Yeah, it's really cool. And he sent me a couple of links to
that's so awesome. Wow, that's
really
so
nice.
Cool.
Yeah, so thank you, the Avid photographer, whoever you may be. Actually, no, his account it does actually give his name. His name's William Graham. So William Graham, the Avid photographer. I love his bio on Instagram. Take lots of pictures, make art, love life. Isn't that really nice?
That's really nice.
He's got a private account, but I'm going to follow him back. I've requested.
Yeah,
I'd kind of like to see more of his stuff.
How cool is that?
Oh, that was really sweet. So
yeah.
Thank you for that. So I just kind of wanted to talk about. Obviously, last week with Character Club, we've both been on little missions. And
yes.
I thought was and then some. I thought it would be a good time to talk about. Well, I've just jotted down collecting goals, really, because I thought
collecting goals.
You're kind of quite dry on that. Can you see me again, by the way? Because I've just gone back to my.
No, I didn't know if you came back yet.
Yeah, I've come back.
Bud.
There we go. Oh, yes.
Yay!
Yes, let me have another little sip of wine. Cheers.
A little sip of wine.
Let me just cheers the microphone. There we go. I've cheers the microphone.
Goop.
Oh, it's a rather nice Shiraz from Australia, mate. They got their own problems going on with the fires over there. Crikey. Poor bastards. Anyway,
falling apart.
It is. It quite literally feels like the end days at the moment, doesn't it? Let's not go there. Happy, joy.
Happy,
joy. So, collecting goals. The reason I jotted that down is because I kind of feel like I need to just be focused over the next year because there's so much stuff to chase.
We can do this.
Yeah.
We should definitely focus. Like, I'm ready to make our collecting goals.
But you are. That's the thing. I look at me, and you're remarkably focused compared to me. So obviously, Surfer is you can only go so far with that. There's still some pieces out there, some Grail pieces, and maybe some undiscovered stuff.
Grail pieces. They're mostly all Grail pieces at this point for Surfer.
But if we were kind of it to be a software loading thing, it'd kind of be at 90%. Until he drops back into circulation.
Hopefully he's an MM2020. If not, I don't, that's fine. I did actually, well, we'll save that so there is a big announcement. I don't want to forget. We'll save it to the end of the episode. It's for the group.
Oh, I forgot.
Ian doesn't know it.
No.
This is a pretty crazy thing that's going to happen because, well, we'll see. We'll get there. Let's do collection goals first.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
This is cool. This is really cool. This is going to be cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have no clue what's going on. Send help. Anyway,
I think a lot of people are going to be very, very excited about what's coming.
Good. Marvelous. Yes. So, collecting. Oh God, it's going to be difficult to talk about this. It's always going to be like that.
We can do it now. You want to do it now, or you want to wait?
Now, because otherwise it's the elephant in the room.
Okay.
Isn't it?
Okay, we're going to do this now, and this is how we're going to do it. I have copied a link, and I'm going to send it to Ian.
Yeah. Okay.
We're going to hear his reaction, and I will tell you what is happening on my end. Okay.
I just need to open Messenger. So if it starts pinging again, it's because I've reopened Messenger. So
I've sent him a message.
Sound effects. Let's have a look.
Ian, walk me through what I just sent you.
Hang on a sec. someone's just posted a comic clipping, and they might be up for a trade.
Ooh. Oh, is it the good one, the Hawkeye?
I have no idea. Yeah, yes, it is actually.
That's a good one.
Let me just reply. Possibly me, but
Claim it.
currently recording.
Possibly recording.
Oh, hang on. What's going on?
So I've sent Ian a link.
I know you have. Hang on a sec. Hang on.
Take your time.
No, but it's popped up and it's taking over my screen. I can't get rid of it. Let me close that tab. There we go. Did I actually just type that? Okay, I did. Marvelous. Right, let me go to this. Sorry, this is not going how you planned it.
No. You
go to this.
Cards come first, bro.
Go to this. Yeah, I've got to sort my stash. I think I'm up to about 20 comic clippings now.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I need to get more. I have my 2 main ones, which I'm really happy about.
Yeah, I just love them.
They're great.
Right.
I love comic
Kirby's
clippings. I'm a huge fan.
So you've sent me a link to Kirby's comic art.
Kirby's comic art? That's weird. Why would I do that?
I don't know. Let me click on the link.
Ian's clicked on the link now.
Okay.
And now, Ian, you're going to do me a favor.
Hit me, Daddy-O.
You're going to tell me some of the names you recognize on that artist list that Kirby Comics Art currently is under contract with.
Okay. Eric Arciniega, Jeff DeCal, Gabriel Delotto. Hello.
Oh my God, Jeff DeCal and Gabriel Delotto? That's crazy. Who else?
Paco Diaz, Ingrid Gala, Fred.
Ingrid.
Oh my God.
Fred Ian.
Gianluca Gugliotto. Sorry, I'm murdering names.
You don't have to say them all. Alex Malbel.
David Mack. Alex Maleev.
David Mack? Whoa.
Well, stab me with a spam syringe.
Zoo Orzo is there. Gerard Perel.
Hang on a minute. I've got a weird pop-up come up about.
Take your time. Dick Ryan. I'll say the names. Felipe Valciele, who's amazing, and I butchered his name, but he's a god. Claire Telzer, who's amazing.
And
so Ian,
coming soon. Yes. Okay.
So here's my next question.
Go on then.
Fausto or Norrin, whichever one you prefer. Which one do you? Just so everybody knows my real name. Sneak preview. Why would you show me this?
I don't know. Norrin, why would you show me this?
Well, let me tell you, my friend. I was contacted by Annabelle, the best person ever, who is the curator of all these artists.
The Annabelle Kirby.
Yep.
Okay.
The woman herself, who's in charge of Kirby's comic art.
Yep.
And she sent me what she's been working on. We are getting sketch cards from Kirby's comic art available to the group for purchase soon, featuring their artist.
Oh, wow.
That means we're going to, for the first time ever, see sketch cards from artists like Gabriel Delotto, Jeff DeCal, Ingrid we've seen, Fred Ian we've seen, but some of the first time ever, some of these artists who are AAA artists in the comic book world are going to, for the first time ever, be working on sketch cards.
I'm having a drink. Hang on.
Take your time.
Oh, lovely. Milky. So, hang on a minute. There's a throwback. So, hang on a minute. So, they're going to be like PSC kind of things, but on Kirby's comic art stock, or?
And they're nice. She designed them, or I don't know who designed. I'm pretty sure she did. And they look professional. They have this beautiful glow to them on the back.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures. I haven't shared it with Ian yet, but I'm going to. In fact, I am going to.
Seriously, if she's able to ask David Mack or Alex Maleev or any of these guys to do an intro,
that is why I am mentioning it.
Oh, David Mack! Look at his photo on the website.
I know.
I've got a man crush on that guy. Seriously,
that makes
and he's
total
ridiculously talented. His Daredevil work is just astonishing.
I'm telling you, she is amazing. She's asked me to let everybody know. She's going to announce him this week at a Comic-Con, I believe, and we'll have access to him as a group. I don't know if I'll be taking orders or if she will be, but we will figure that out as we go.
Wow.
But
new Black Cat.
It is
Black Cat 8. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through the site and Black Cat 8 pages by Dyke. Oh wow, some of the pages from Black Cat 8. Hang on.
Ian's not going to make it through
Seriously.
the news.
Ian dies at the end again. Oh my goodness, these are actual pages from Black Cat 8.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't read up to there yet. I'm behind on my Black Cat.
Well, be careful.
You're getting.
Don't spoil anything.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
So
I need to stop making those noises now.
No, her. If you don't know about her and her page and her curation of artists, she's a god. She's super kind.
I have heard
and
of
very
them.
Professional.
I've just it's one of those things. Is I've just I've heard of them, and I've seen them posting, and I know that she's. I think we've followed on Instagram. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I've just not had the direct contact. I'm kind of aware that she's doing her thing, and we're off doing ours. But if we're coming into orbit with each other, that's extraordinary. Yes. Wow. Thank you.
Right.
Gobsmacked.
So she's amazing. Thank you, Annabelle, for even including us in on this.
Thank you, Annabelle.
But did you see the cards?
No. Have you sent me?
Go to your messenger. There it is.
Oh, stop it.
Are those not good or what?
Wow. Well, chop me off at the knees and call me tripod, Norrin.
I'm telling
you. Definitely.
Yes.
You must have heard that expression. No,
I've heard it. I've heard tripod. Oh, God. But do you see that foil effect? Do you see what the design is? It's beautiful.
It's really nice. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Only now you mention it, do I spot that that's a foil? Okay, I'm with you.
Do you see the foil quality?
Yeah,
it's just beautiful. I mean, I'm in love with this design. I'm absolutely in love with this design.
That's really nice. So let me get this straight. She's going to be selling them exclusively through MCCW, or
so she's doing it over this con weekend. She's introducing it for the first time. She's giving us a sneak peek, and she wants us to, for us to be able to contact her and get some of these artists to do sketch cards who will never ever do sketch cards.
Sure thing.
Because they only, they're not going to work with Marvel blanks.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible to get Delotto and some other really great artists.
Yeah, of course.
But she will make these available and so forth on her site. So stay tuned. And I don't know if she's doing anything special with our group. I'm sure we will be getting to that. We haven't discussed it, but she did tell me to announce this, to share this, and to let people know that
astonishing. Yes.
It's, because of the group and all the other things she's seen and different conversations she's had with me, and I'm sure other collectors, this was the next step forward.
I'm absolutely gobsmacked. Annabelle, thank you. Annabelle, come on the podcast.
I know. I'm going to invite her whenever. She's very busy, but
I'd like to get to know her a bit more.
And she can. They're great. Kirby's comic art is a wonderful place because she updates consistently. She's very fair. People can get the art they need, and obviously the prices are good prices. But I can't speak highly enough about Kirby's comic art.
I've got to ask the question: is she any relation?
You know what? I don't know, and I didn't want to ask because, when people make their own name, I don't know. Maybe she just has the same. I don't know.
I didn't want to ask. An unusual surname, so
no, it's not. It's unlikely. So I didn't want to intrude.
Hats off to you. I love the branding. I love the style of it.
I think she nailed it. Honestly, I showed her a couple of my sketch cards. I know she did the research because the way she's designed these are so in line with how we collectors have collected, and they really harken back to like the original sketchographs. And I mean, they're just good. They look good. They look really, really good.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Couldn't talk more highly about this, but I know people will be excited because of her artist list.
Yeah, I'm pumped. I'm really excited by this. Yeah. Thank you, my friend. I'm kind of gobsmacked. I need to let it sink in a little bit, but that's extraordinary.
Please. No, I've been holding it and I've been waiting for you because I knew I like seeing your reactions on camera, But no, it's really great.
My groove.
No, it's crazy. The list is insane. Wow. So, and I'm sure some of them and most of them will be available to do these things. I don't know the logistics yet, but I mean, the possibilities are really phenomenal.
Yeah. No, listen, I mean, a lot of these artists, obviously we've engaged with Fred, Ian. Bonsoir, monsieur. Ça va?
Monsieur.
He's I've reached out to him, and he doesn't want to do an intro because his English isn't good enough. He's kind of very
He's such a
polite,
gem, though. He's so nice
he's
about
such a
like
nice
putting
guy.
up APs and stuff.
So like
Super
last night
awesome.
we had a new member of our group who came over from EPAC's EPAC user Brad Buzzkill, who joined our group in the last week or so after me chatting to him, and he did his first post yesterday, and his first post was, "Hey, I just pulled this," and it was the Black Widow. I think it was an oversized sketch card from Marvel 80th.
It was.
Fred Ian had done, and I immediately tagged Fred and said, "Fred, there's yours." And it was like, it's the fact that we can do that. We can connect Brad to the artist, and so Brad can have a moment to say to Fred, "Thank you. It's really good. I really dig your work." And
I mean, that's the point of the group,
that's the entire. I use the hashtag one hobby, and people probably, it's like, after a while you see it used many times. You probably, probably like wallpaper, and it blends into the background. But it's absolutely key to where the group has gone. The group kind of started organically, and it's exactly what I would say to anyone who's either in the group or not in the group, or in other groups, or listening to the podcast or not listening to the podcast, but on EPACs. We're all kind of in the same. We're playing in the same sandpit, and if we can connect like that, and artists can connect to collectors, and collectors can connect to artists, and artists who are collectors, for example, Elaine Perner, who is a massive sketch card collector.
I love Elaine Perna so much. She's one of my favorite
has
people.
Decided to part with a few of her pieces because she's simply not got room for them. I mean, she sent me a PM and said, "I've literally not got room for them."
She's a beast, though. She had her collection is
full of binders.
It's tops. Like her and Tony are crazy amazing, and her collection is just crazy.
And she
crazy
said, "I've
tops.
just got to trim down." So straight away, she posted stuff. Straight away,
that's the group,
there's
baby.
an amazing character collector who will always have honorary membership of Character Club. Josh Moore, I think you pronounce your name.
Yeah, rogue collector, man.
Crazy. He's a mad rogue collector. I mean, he's probably our level of passion for Surfer and Cat. 20.
Yeah, I mean his collection's extensive, extensive.
But it crosses multiple medium as well. It's not just cards.
So, which is really cool.
Which is really cool. But I immediately tagged him, and hopefully he'll be able to acquire a couple of those pieces from her. So it's being able to do that is kind of, whether there's 70 people in the group or 700 as it is, or 7,000, it doesn't matter. It's the ability to do that across the hobby, which is kind of why we're in it, which is why we're doing what we're doing. So
I mean, Ian and I have always been really transparent about the group. We try to have a nice space where we can have artists and collectors speak to each other and enjoy the work of the artist, and the artist can see people enjoyed, and nice stuff, not
respectful place,
right? No hostility, no weird stuff like that, just nice. That's it.
Okay, so unlike most of the internet, really. So as you'll know, if you go anywhere near Twitter, on the day that the UK leaves Europe, as I foolishly did earlier on, it's vitriolic to say the least. I'm kind of floored, really.
Isn't that crazy? Sorry, I knew it would stop conversation.
No, I don't mind it. It stops conversation in a good way, and my voice and my throat are kind of going as well. So we might wrap up soon anyway, and we'll have a short one this week, which I'm sure our listeners will be.
I'm sure it'll be good.
Thrilled to hear. I'd like to. We've got a couple of things coming up that me and you need to just talk dates on, but we've got at least one guest lined up.
Right, an amazing
so we just
guest.
need to lock that one in. And obviously we'll do another collectors club at some stage. Kevin, we really need to hook up with you, and I really want Chris Mixer to come on, possibly with Kevin, talk about sketch cards.
That'd be really fun.
Chris, good evening, Chris. Chris, if you don't know, does articles for Beckett on sketch cards, and is very passionate about the hobby, and has a brilliant Instagram feed. Sorry, not Instagram, Twitter feed, where he talks about hobby issues, and largely sketch cards. I also really want, and I'm just going to say this on the podcast, I really want Amanda Z of The Graded Gamer to come on the podcast and talk to us about what she does.
Amanda would be amazing, and we can have like a graded card day or something. Like
that's kind of exactly why I want to talk about card grading, and that Stephen Bagley would be good to have on as well. So there's lots of people in the hobby that we've got our eyes on. Obviously, we still need to hook up. I know you're listening, Jaylin. We still need to get a date in the diary for you.
Yeah,
to come on after your very brief convention appearance, and the same goes for you, Sean Forney, his partner in crime.
That'd be so much fun.
Next to each other at Comic Cons. From what I can gather, I think they follow each other around. I can imagine them kind of in this kind of wagon train. These kind of almost like a horse-drawn cart, and they've got all their art supplies and stuff in the back. Just all stacked up.
That's a cool wagon train.
Yeah, well, I just got this image of them like clip-clopping down the highway with all these cars driving past and beeping their horns, and they're just there with the. I've got no idea where my brain's going with this. I'm on drugs. So what are we talking about? Who are you? Who am I? Where are we?
What are we doing?
What are we doing? I've got no idea.
Does a snozberry taste like snozberry?
I have no idea what you just said.
Willy Wonka. What?
Oh no, of course. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's echoed in Super Troopers, which is really hilarious.
Shame on me for not missing.
Come on, man.
Loompa, loompa,
Shame.
I've got a little puzzle for you. Oompa, loompa, loompa, I can't remember the next line. Anyway,
who knows the next line?
That was pretty much it.
That was a weird tangent.
I think we're okay with that. Collector goals for now. I think we should wrap this up because I am fading, and giddy.
Yes.
Over your announcements. So thank you for that. Thank you, Annabelle.
I'm so glad.
And thank you, everyone. Thank you, Annabelle, for listening. Do come and check us out at the MCC Pod on Instagram and Twitter, and we're on Facebook as well. Obviously, you can find us through the groups. What were you about to say? You were about to say something.
I was about to say enjoy collecting.
I
wasn't sure if you were. No, I know. I'm just kidding. Bad joke.
Well, at least you managed to get enjoy correct.
You know what? Whatever, Ian. Okay, whatever.
Malice. Now, what was I going to say? Send us voicemails, folks. I know that's considering we still haven't read out Tyler. Tyler, your voicemail is becoming a national disgrace on this podcast because you left it 3 months ago and we still haven't talked about it. So I promise you, on the next episode, we will play Tyler's message. In fact, the next episode will be
First thing. Dear
Tyler is next week's episode.
Yes,
because he actually did.
Great
ask
idea.
A really kind of an interesting question to talk about.
I'm excited to hear it 3 months later. So this has been really good.
So am I. I did play it to you a few months ago, but we've both been to sleep since then.
Oh man, I'm such a goldfish.
Besides, that was last year, so who remembers anything? But
That's fair.
Yeah, thank you, folks. Live from Ian's bathroom on a Friday night, and live from Norrin's office.
Yes.
I'm pointing at you down. I'm pointing
what?
Just now.
Enjoy collecting, everybody. I'm just kidding. Enjoy collecting, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for listening to the Marvel Card Collectors Podcast. You can subscribe via our home on anchor.fm/MCCP. Leave us a message via that link with questions, comments, or just to say hi, and we may even play on the show. We're also on iTunes, Spotify, and all major podcast platforms. Our podcast is at the MCC Pod on Facebook and Twitter, and you can find links on our Facebook page to the two groups MCCW, Marvel Card Collectors Worldwide, and MMC, Marvel Masterpieces Collectors. On Instagram, find us at MM Collectors and at Sketch Card Hive. The great music we use is called Rocket Power by Kevin MacLeod. Thanks to the collectors, artists, and creators who support the Marvel Cards Fan Collective. We'll see you next time, and remember, it's a small hobby but a fun one. Make mine Marvel and enjoy collecting.